Yo, what up, beautiful people? It's your boy Bronze, the key director, the boy from the land of a thousand hills. Welcome back to my YouTube. I know it's been a while, but we are back and fully active. So today on Beyond the Borders with Bronze, I bring to you a talent that I've been a very big fan of for a while, but I've finally got an opportunity to sit and talk to him. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I see you're calm and cool. You're looking good, nice.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, so to the people that don't know you, who are you?
Yeah, you already know, man. I go by the names NwAYA, NwAYA. Yeah, man, and I'm happy to be here, bro.
Yeah, so NwAYA.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, his name is NwAYA. He goes by the name NwAYA Music on TikTok. He has his music career popping right now. He's releasing songs and he's really popping. And he's one of those guys that I really looked onto their work, and I was like, I would love to have a conversation with them because they're really doing work that is good and they deserve to be appreciated. So big congs on your work, and thanks for putting out music.
Appreciate.
Yeah, so Clark NwAYA for Clark hatujalipo this.
Tugene Mars.
Okay. Jaka salama yako. Yeah, so for the people who don't know who NwAYA is, who is NwAYA? How do you enter the music industry? Okay, who is NwAYA to you, the NwAYA we see?
Yeah, some simple, focused, reserved person who's all about his craftman and, you know, just keep doing it simple and cool. Do music, do other forms of art, I'm an editor, I'm a cinematographer, but currently here I'm coming in to represent my other side of music. Yeah.
That's very man. He's a man of many trades, a man of art. You're an artist in general. So mainly today we are talking about music and your musical side. How does NwAYA find himself in music? How do you begin music? Has music always been part of your life, or it's something that you adapted later on in life?
You know, in life there are very few things we can choose. Yeah, you know, like most of the things in life choose us. So I won't say that it was so much of my ambition or dream to become a musician or do music, but I kind of found myself always entangled into music, just like the way I grew up, where I grew up from. Like I see many prominent people leading in the Ugandan industry, and these people are some people that I saw them in the same neighborhood where I come from, and I was just seeing them, but I never knew that maybe this would also put me on the same path to do what they were doing. But just when I was still seeing them when I was young, I wouldn't really know that I was learning one or two things from them, or maybe I was getting also into a certain direction towards what they were doing. Yeah, like I would say someone like Daddy Andre. You know, I've seen Daddy Andre from where I grew up from, when he was still a local chap, but very talented and so wise. So as time went on, even from school, I've always been singing, miming songs on those budankes or what.
Yeah.
But like now, you find yourself getting so much into the real craft. Then I ended up learning how to produce music. Actually, in my Form 4, I used to sleep in a music studio, and I never recorded any song for air because I really never was interested in making music. Yeah, but as time went on, I started picking interest and learning, and ended up becoming a producer, ended up becoming an artist, ended up releasing my first song that was around 2014.
So no, first track before we go to when you released your music, I'm still trying to understand how music comes into your life. So there is a common belief in the mostly in the African setting, but also in the Ugandan people and the people I know most times, who say a lot of musicians, they have also come out to say it on their interviews that their music originates from church. And then there's that argument that church never gets the rewards for creating a lot of artists. So do you have that background of music, like singing in church or something?
No, I never sang in church, but I used to sing in school choir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not, it's something that you once did,
Yeah.
but unconsciously you didn't know that you would further on pursue it as a career.
Yeah.
Oh. And so fast forward to you've realized you've grown up, you're in school, you're singing, you're doing what? You're performing in school, you're miming people's songs. When was the first time that the idea came to you and you're like, damn, I really think I can sing and I would wish to follow this music thing as a career?
Yeah, well, when I recorded my first song, like I was there in the studio alone, and that thing called auto-tune.
Yeah.
So you never know that you can sing until you put your voice through that plugin. Yeah, it feels different, man. Just know.
Yeah.
So when I was alone in studio, I did that thing, and I found my perfect key, and then when I listened to it, I say that, wow, this is something good. So I could say that I'm someone who listens to music so much. So I know good music, I know bad music, I know intermediate music. So when I listened to something that I had done, it was not bad, it was not intermediate, it was somehow good. So I thought I could do something much better. And then when I gave that song to another person and another person, and they were saying, this is good. So continued like that, and then I was together with creating music.
So your first song was recorded by yourself.
Yeah.
You made your own first song. So where do you learn? Where do you learn production from? Did you learn it from a friend? Is it something you learned on your own? Where does a young guy who just has passion from singing from school? Okay, you had earlier said you had access to studio, but you were saying you hadn't recorded a song before. So when did you start to pick interest, and how did you learn how to do your own music?
So I would tell you this, that besides music, I had been shooting music videos for a long time, and people could just let me into their studios because I was not a musician or an artist. So accessing the studio was always easy because I was doing video editing. But they could do everything when I was seeing everything, and they wouldn't hide anything because they never knew I had any ambitions of singing or all that. So in that process, I am someone who learns from seeing. Even if you don't explain anything, I'll see and understand what you're doing if I look at it for quite some time.
Damn.
So when I just started, I started with people who, on people's machines that had all the softwares and had all the presets. So I was just doing it like the way they always do it.
Damn, that's crazy because
Yeah.
I remember back in primary school, I had friends who wanted to really do music. And they always, I would escort them, go do music. And some local guy there in the village who was sending to us movies and songs was the one doing for them music. So I was like, but guys, I don't expect that this thing you're doing is the same thing these artists you want to be like are doing. So it's very funny, like hearing now for you had that access, and it's, well, I can't say it's luck or something, but I think it was a crucial point for you having that access
Yeah.
to learn those things.
Yeah.
Okay, fast forward to NwAYA. You've released music. You've how do you decide which type of artist do you want to be? Because I know growing up we all have different idols, and in all careers we go to, we're like, I'm a footballer, I would like to play like Messi. Maybe when I start to play, I will become a midfielder or become a winger, depending to what you think you want to be in that career you're going to. So which type of, you've got the knowledge of making music, you've finally got to know that you can sing and you can sing well. So how then do you decide which type of artist do you want to be?
Now that's the tricky part, how to get a unique person from yourself, and you don't resemble others. How to discover yourself? It's like many people try it and they end up becoming copycats of other people. So first, I think, is the voice. Your voice is like your primary key. If you have a unique voice that someone would just listen to and say, this is someone, this is this one, this is that one. So it's more of like something that sets you apart from the crowd. So after you identify that, then character, and then the craft. So that's where you come up with all one concept. You say, then NwAYA does this and this type of music, but also your interests. Like you always reproduce what you take in. Like if so much of my intake is Caribbean music, I'll end up sing, like when I go to sing, I'll mostly be interested in doing that type of music.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but that brings me to my follow-up question that I wanted to ask was, when I ask you to define your music, me as someone who has heard your music before, it's more leaning on the Caribbean, you sing a little bit of patois, and I was asking, so how do you define yourself as a musician? Are you a dancehall artist? Are you an R&B artist? What genre do you think you're doing, and do you think is defining you?
Me, I'm probably someone who does music as a whole music concept, but I profile it and I embed it into some categories of Afrobeat, Afro dancehall, Afro swing, something like that. It's just that it would be more convenient for me to do it in that style, although I can do other style. But also it's the market you want to target that will also drive you. Yeah, because if I wanted to target the Ugandan market straight, I would profile myself in a different way. And if I want to target the international market, I also profile myself in a different way.
Yeah, so I guess that, but I always tell it to people, you shouldn't let the place where you're staying or the people you're staying define what type of art you create. You should really, because I take art as a form of expression. You're expressing what's in you, and then as you've said, it also comes from what you take in. So what you take in is what is in you. So if you're giving out, that's the same thing that's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming off from your own career and other things, as a growing artist, most especially in Uganda, of course, which means you're seeing things happening in the music industry in Uganda, a lot of controversies going around here and there. And then there's been this as you're saying, things of targeting market. There's been this debate on who is an international artist and who is a local artist and who has hit songs and who has like mega international songs. Where some artists, some pro artists like A Plus have just said an international song is just a song that is played in a different country. So this thing about intentionality, do you feel like artists, mostly there is this thing that is about language, where people say that if you want to make international music, your music to go international, you have to make it in English, a broader, wide language. Yet others still say they don't have to sing in English for their music to go international. What's your take on that? What music do you think is international music? What music do you think is appealing to audiences around the world, that the music you're making is not for the people around you or in Uganda only, but it's international? What's your take on that?
So I think probably if there is something called language barrier, but music as music is a universal language. But the problem is so many people in Uganda don't create music.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's this music we've been listening? Every day there's a song coming out. What's that?
No, Ugandan music is so much more of the words, is less music and more lyrics.
What do you mean?
So that's why we can have hit songs in Uganda for 50 years, and those hit songs will only be hit songs in Uganda because it's the culture that will understand them, but not the people. You get? So like what I mean is, there are many songs that you don't know the language, but you like them so much.
Yeah.
Just simply because those songs
We are
have
all
so much music in them.
we are all jamming to South African songs. We don't even understand anything.
So it's because they are more musical than lyrical.
Oh,
Yeah?
I see.
You get it?
I see, yeah.
Yeah, so another thing is that if you want the international, which songs makes, which artist becomes international or not, like international level, of course, international means you're cutting across many nations, right?
Yes.
And your local when you're in your
Just
area,
in your area. Yeah.
But then there are industries that even if it's their area, they are no longer local because they represent a big movement or a very big culture. Like Drake in Toronto, Drake being in Toronto is not a local artist there, because already Toronto is a big foundation for production.
Yeah.
So it's like it impacts a very big audience. So
there's a lot of eyes on it.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be necessarily that then I would say when I find Drake in Toronto, I've found the Toronto local artist. He's based there. He's only based there, but now he has already made it in many places. So still, when we come back here, when I find Joshua Baraka on the streets of Uganda, he's a local artist, but he's international even if he's in Uganda. Because you will just see the difference. You will just see the difference. So going back to the thing I said, if we did more music than lyrics, still it doesn't matter the language we use, we will still cut across and go international. Like Joshua Baraka sometimes sings Luganda, although he does more English.
Yeah.
But what's more in Joshua Baraka's music is music.
It's not the words.
Yeah.
He focuses on the music. He doesn't focus on the words.
Yeah, because still you see that Joshua Baraka doesn't, like, his verses are not so long. Short verse, nice melody, nice hook, he's done.
Yeah, I think I will agree with you on that, because I also think music it's all about how does music make you feel.
Yeah.
One of my favorite artists, Santan Dev, he released on his song and was like, we should let's live about the numbers and the streams. How does the music make you feel? Because when even coming back to this thing I was saying about how South African and Amapiano songs are very big, yet we don't understand the language. It's the feeling they give you. You will listen to a song like Abatwana Bako, which is, I won't even know what it means, but every time you listen to it, it's a soulful house music. You feel it lifts your spirit. But then you listen to a song, yes, I will listen to what you're saying about A, B, C, D, and Z, but I won't feel anything. So I really think music is all about feeling, and it's all about, like, there is the component of music in it.
Yeah, so you see, let me tell you some other thing. You see, the Caribbean music, not many people understand that patois flow.
Yeah.
So it's more lyrics. They have more lyrics, but still they have so much music in their production.
Into their production.
So at least someone might not understand the flow or what someone is singing about, but they will feel the groove or the instruments used. And those people, their vocals, they are vocally strong. Like, their vocals, it's the same like when you see people in Tanzania and people in Congo. Those people have great vocabilities. Yeah. So still, it's more musical.
That's a very good take, and I will agree with you on this one. So part of other things have really made news in the Ugandan industry is something about the copyright amendment bill. So for context, for someone who's there, copyright was not a news thing. It was something about the amendment of what was the original bill that was passed later on. So when the amendment was happening in Parliament, I saw a lot of Ugandan artists saying, we really need this copyright, give us back our copyrights, because the copyright is the one that has kept us in poverty. And some people were saying, like Palazzo was saying, if the copyright was functional and they were getting their fair cut, he would be among the richest people with his birthday song. So what's your take on copyright? Do you think copyright is the missing instrument that Ugandan artists have been lacking to get the money? Because a lot of people say there's no money in music, and then they're saying they would be making that money if the copyright was functional. What's your take on that?
So I would say, without the law, no one owns anything. No one owns their music. No one owns stuff they've created. So the law is so important. This is what attaches you to your art. Besides any other thing, what's even more important than the law is the implementation and enforcing. So is putting a system in place and making sure that system works. So besides that, the copyright law will be just another thing that is there, another useless thing there.
Yeah, but there is also a group of people who have the school of thought that copyright law, we are putting the focus. Yes, it's good, but it's not the right thing to focus on, because right now the Ugandan music industry does not majorly need copyright, because they're saying even if the copyright law is amended or implemented, still we won't be able to generate anything from it, because the music itself is not yet good, and it's not. So the people are saying you guys are focusing on the wrong things. Instead of focusing on the music, making good music, you're focusing on copyright. Do you think that's true?
Actually, copyright is the only thing to focus on at this moment, because I have not seen rich artists in Uganda. I've only seen artists that I used to admire so much becoming beggars. Yeah?
Really?
So it means if these people have done all this music and they can still be beggars, means copyright could be their only savior.
But I want to counter that with maybe the fact that there's this argument of where do artists really get their money? Is it on stage or in streams? Because we know copyright will, okay, it's not generally about only streams. It can also be about endorsement, maybe people partnering, people want to use your word, color tunes and stuff like that. But people say the most music you can get from, the most money you can get from music is from performance. For you, what do you think? Do you think it's performance or it's the streams?
The biggest revenue from music might be performance, but that's not the only income. It's not the only revenue source or the only revenue path. So why I say copyright will be artist savior, because you're not going to perform your music for 100+ years, or you're not going to always be on stage performing. So if I have to come to be present in order to get paid, then that's a very big disadvantage, because some other person, like I'm only one person, I cannot perform on 10 stages on the same time, but 1 million people can listen to my song at the same time. Yeah, so it's actually, there is a lot that we don't know about the capabilities and how big Ugandan music is. Yeah, reason why it's not documented or it's not recorded anywhere. There are many streams, there are songs with many streams that were not written anywhere because there is no system that can count those streams.
Yeah.
The YouTube platform we are using was created by some high school kid. It's not our platform. It's not our culture. So it will not favor us. It's not going to come to Karamoja to note down someone who is listening to a certain hit song that is running around in Uganda. But as Ugandans still can create our own platform that will monitor, our system that will monitor the way music is being ingested or the way music is being listened to, and then note down those numbers. And also still, the part where I tell you that copyright law is so important is that you can claim ownership on something you've created when it comes when it's in terms of music. So there are big companies that exploit artists and their pieces. So these companies do it because they know no one is going to punish them.
But are we not shifting the blame to the people that are, and removing it from ourselves as the artists? Because there's claims that artists are greedy, first of all. The reason why even the copyright won't help them is because they are greedy. They say, give you an example of Ugandan artists. You go see a very famous Ugandan artist with a very big song, but once you go to see like the contributors of the song, they will put everything for themselves. They're saying that we are greedy, and also, sorry for the people that are like saying the companies are ripping off you, it's the artists that are entering deals. An artist, you find an artist without a team. An artist doesn't have someone to help him understand that things are this and this and this, because they all want to eat the cake by themselves. Yet people are saying you, the artists, are very greedy. If you were sharing things with people from the first time, you would be getting your fair shares right now, and you wouldn't be complaining that you landed a bad deal or you signed a bad deal.
So artists are so greedy, like that's what has put them into the position they are at right now. And I will tell you something, most of our artists are illiterate. Yeah, so someone got into fame by either luck or he was next to someone who had access, and then they are famous. But it doesn't stop there. And then our artists have so much time at their disposal, because they are only performing and doing other things, and the rest of the time they are chilling, they are doing what. So the artists take the blame for everything that's happening, but still we cannot leave the fact that if there is a system that can work and put ABCD in place, it will be a big improvement from the situation that we are right now. Because it's not that it's not possible, because other people in other countries are doing it. So like, it's just that it's not here. But if it can be done in other countries, then it can be also done here. Because like me, my music is registered in the USA.
Oh.
In the, like, the USA government, in the Department of Art, is like, knows me as a songwriter, but I wouldn't trust the system here to recognize me as a songwriter, because I don't know, and also that thing is not here.
The system is not.
And I've not seen any songwriter that has been paid or what for being part of a certain composition. Actually, like, you know that songwriters are the only artists recognized.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, they are the sole owners of.
Yeah.
It's not even about, like, someone who creates the beat is not so much important as someone who writes a song on it. Do you know that?
I would like to think that everyone everyone contributes their part on the what, but I think maybe the sole, a vision bearer of like the art. Let's say, for example, I thought of the song, and then I thought it would be nice if I had this person's pen, if I had this one's instruments, if this one played violin in it. I think they all deserve, their right amount of share.
But here now, like, I would say that the richest people are the artists, the performers.
Yes.
The poorest people are the writers.
So
okay, not poorest, the brokest.
So
the brokest people in the industry are the writers. And let me tell you, they are as good as useless when they present themselves in the public, because someone will say, I wrote this song. They don't want to know you. They want to know the person who performed that, who sang, who is performing it. So that's why I'm saying the system has to be there regardless.
Yeah.
Any challenges that come with it shall be fixed, but will be fixed when it's there.
Yeah. So, okay, a little bit coming off from that. I get it. It's very good thing that the copyright bill was amended.
Yeah.
And I really hope it works to the good of the Ugandan creatives, because I would also love to see Ugandan artists also reaping from what they sowed, getting fair share.
I want to see a Ugandan artist having like having a Lamborghini, a Tesla, having a Rolls Royce. Yeah, just from signing a deal with a certain company or what, and then someone will not have to worry about being broke for the next 50 years, because still he's reaping from
what he sold.
Yeah, there are big songs here, big local songs that have made over 1 billion streams, but no one wrote them because no one is counting. There is no system for counting, so how will we ever know?
Yeah, I really understand that, and I really see that perspective. We really hope the people there are doing the implementation will listen to this, and then we'll do something nice for the Ugandan creatives, because it's really absurd creating something, seeing people enjoying it, but you're not getting compensated for your time and your hard work. Something else I would like us to highlight on before we get to the top of the hour is there is something people have been saying about gatekeeping. There are gatekeepers in the industry, people who have access to things but don't give. Recently, an artist was quoted from some blog where they said that an artist, I think was Dax Vibes, saying that he blames Eddie Kenzo and Joshua Baraka for not giving them connections. But then other people came to counter that by saying he won't just find you there. One famous video director, Edwin Paul, was saying on one of his, I think, videos, he was saying that when he went for Afrima Awards with Joshua Baraka, when he reached there, they weren't friends even before they reached Nigeria. But when he saw him, he was like, "Oh, you're my brother. You're from Uganda. You should meet that person, meet that person, meet that person." So the people were saying, the artists who are claiming to be not getting access to the people who are claiming to be affected by the gatekeepers are really not even putting in the work. They just want to be handed everything on a silver plate. What do you think about gatekeeping in the industry? And do you think there are gatekeepers, or do you think that people are just lazy?
So, Dax Vibes' big brother is Bobby Wine, right?
Yeah.
So, Bobby Wine came before Eddie Kenzo, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so...
The legendary artist.
Yeah, so... I guess gatekeeping is there, but, man, when I come for something, I make sure I go through anything I need to go through to get it. So I cannot make the gatekeepers bigger than my vision. My focus is on the vision, right?
Yeah.
So if I won't say there is no gatekeeping in the industry, but also when someone really wants to get to somewhere, they will get there. But like, there is nothing easy in life. Also, those people have done some other sacrifices to get to where they are. So they're not just going to carry you and take you, take you where you want to be. So
you have to put in.
Yeah, I guess I respect everyone's hustle, because still, if you want to know that, like, if Eddie Kenzo came from Firebase and became more, like, musically, he became way bigger than anyone in Firebase. Right?
Yeah.
So still, Dax Vibes is affiliated to Firebase because his elder brother is the leader of that crew.
Yeah.
So if he found some hard times making it or going through some places, that was his hustle. Yeah, and everyone has their hustle.
Yeah, me, I believe this thing is, of course, this music thing and meeting people, it's all about connections, like connecting. How do you connect with someone? Because I'm sure even if today I woke up and gave you Chris Brown's number, if you guys are not connecting, if you don't have anything binding you guys, and if you're not in the same space as them, not thinking the same, it will be hard for you. Because I've seen like people like Joshua Baraka is actually friends to the people we see him with. Because I know for a fact Joshua Baraka is a good friend with Bien. They are like brothers.
It's connection, but every connection comes at a price.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, even if you got me Chris Brown's number at this moment, it will be not more useful to me, because how now do I start?
Where do you start?
Where do I start?
People should not focus on just that thing of saying, I know this one, or this one is going to help me.
Like Joshua Baraka, like, is easy to connect with different, because Joshua Baraka will be with you in the studio and write for you a song with a full beat and everything laid. So who will not want to connect with such a person?
So the people should really focus on their art.
So like,
and
you just make yourself useful.
And
you make yourself useful.
People will still people will appreciate you, and people will work with you.
Yeah, and also know, like there is no gatekeeping. Just remember, like, there is usefulness. Your usefulness will matter more in the music industry. Yeah, because we all start in a different way. Some of my connections, I started them just doing for people free things. all that. So it's being useful. Yeah.
So lastly, as we let you go, there is a very topic that has been coming back and forth, saying the Ugandan entertainment is backsliding, highlighting a main problem being concerts. People are saying concerts are no longer happening, concerts are flopping. But there is a new set, I think there is a new young blood that is proving people wrong. Recently, we had a very successful show from one of Uganda's popping DJs, DJ Tanya. She had a show that sold out. And next we have also Linus is preparing something. The NSG is flying in for their show in June, I think. Do you really think that the music industry, in terms of like concerts, is backsliding, or it evolved and people have not yet realized that there is a new format that is around?
Yeah, people are in the wrong market. Yeah, you need to know that now the people that used to attend Bebe Cool's concerts, those people are now
Responsible parents.
responsible parents and are dealing with some kind of different things. And then the people that used to attend Fik Farmakers shows now are new parents. They are new parents.
Yeah, they go down with high school and now they are all
No,
working.
they are new parents. Now they are dealing with the
Their
freshness of being with a family.
Parents and having families.
So you just need to know that the market has changed. If you keep on feeding the other people that used to come, you won't grasp anything. But you just need to adjust and know that now, audience. Now, let me go low. It's like when many artists first refused to join the TikTok stuff.
Yeah.
They were saying, no, this is for kids.
Yeah, I'm a celebrity. I don't have to put my face out there.
Yeah, but now they missed out.
Yeah.
And we got bigger artists from TikTok.
Yes.
And it's true. When they realize that, what, I'm missing out. So you just need to know that markets are shifting, and then you replan your activities around a new market.
Okay, that's very impressive of you, and like having that kind of thought. I think it's very powerful, like having a different approach to like audiences, because audiences evolve from time to time. You'll complain that events are not happening, events are flopping, but some other person is there jubilating that they have sold out their show because they understood what they are doing. As I let you go finally, what last take would you give to someone out there, a young artist who is really like puzzled on how to really join this art thing, where to start from? What give them like one word or two of advice that you would really like them to take on?
Yeah, if you want to be an artist or someone in any career, just make yourself useful. It will smoothen the path. So get a skill. If you can't get a skill, find any way of being useful, but at least get a skill. Yeah? Then make sure, never stop learning. Never stop learning. If you feel the world has not yet seen you, it means that's an opportunity for you to work on yourself more, such that by the time someone sees you, they are seeing someone they have been longing to see. So, delayed success is still success. Just keep working on yourself. One day you'll have to present what you've been working on, and you not have any excuse to say that I'm not ready, because you've had all the time. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, NwAYA. I wish you a very good success with your music career. I really would love to see you going places, because I know you have the potential. And to anyone watching out there, you can go check out his music on all streaming platforms. It's where should I get your music from?
NwAYA, NwAYA, all platforms.